Do you hear
Our
that?
series, Changing the Game, highlights extraordinary women making a difference. And this March, we are celebrating Women's History Month. Kayla Castañeda grew up drinking her family's homemade agua frescas, which are made of fruit, water, and sweetener. But she couldn't find that drink on store shelves, so she decided to start her own company in 2020 called Agua Bonita. Now, Agua Bonita is sold at major retailers across the country, including Target, Whole Foods, and Amazon. You go, girl.
Yes.
Kayla Castañeda joins us right now. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm great.
And Amazon just happened today, you said.
Amazon just happened
today.
today.
Congratulations.
International
Thank
Women's
you.
Day. Yeah.
Making moves.
Yes.
Now, these agua frescas, they played a big part of your childhood, and it started when your grandfather would bring fruit home when you were younger. Tell us about those days.
Yeah, well, in my grandpa's early life, he was a migrant farm worker, and so he really had a passion for just not letting anything go to waste and the fruit fields around where we grew up. So he would bring this fruit home and make it into aguas frescas. And my grandpa was also diabetic, so we had to have a lot of sensitivity to the amount of sugar we would have in our house. And so he would make these great aguas frescas for our family to enjoy.
And you said, hey, why can't we get that in the store? And then you said, I'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like that.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened.
But is that scary, though? Gail, it's one thing to say, I'll do
I'll do it, yeah.
And then it's another thing to put that plan in motion.
Yeah, well, we started in 2020, so the world was a little
Right before
upended.
COVID? Wow.
Right in the middle of it.
In the middle of COVID.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I felt like I didn't have anything to lose
Yes.
except for the opportunity of not pursuing
That's a great way to look
You
at
know,
it.
yesterday we had Ashley Graham and Emma Greed here who are helping finance women entrepreneurs. They were saying how difficult it is for women, but certainly for women of color. You are Latina. Can you tell us something about your journey? Did you have a hard time? Did people doubt you? Did you struggle?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, I was looking for investors for my company, and I had a lot of pushback because I was pregnant while I was fundraising. So there was a lot of doubt around, can you do it? Can a
Because you're pregnant. You're pregnant
can
now,
a
yes.
pregnant founder really lead a company? But despite that negativity, we went on to grow our retail footprint 10 times. We passed the $1 million mark in revenue, which only 1% of all Latina companies ever do.
Only 1%?
Only
pass
1%.
$1 million, Kayla?
Yeah,
Wow.
only 1%. And now we have a great WeFunder campaign where the general public can invest in us and build this dream alongside.
So you're raising money now still.
We are.
Okay.
What were you doing before this, before you made this move?
I used to consult for food and beverage startups, and then before that, I used to work for Coca-Cola. So I saw how things work.
There you go.
You were taking notes.
Yeah, a little bit. But I also realized that you could have a dream in a system like that and it never really come to life.
Yeah.
And so I knew I had to strike out in entrepreneurship to make this come to life.
That's
Let's
awesome.
try some of this stuff here.
Yes, yes.
All right, so you brought a little something for us.
I did.
What do we have here?
We have our sweet melon flavor and our pineapple cucumber flavor, two of our top sellers.
And you said you wanted to use less sugar. That was important to you
That's good.
because... let me taste.
That's a something day right
Why
there.
was it-
Wow.
It feels
Kayla,
like
why
something.
I
was
will
it
mow the
important
lawn
to
if I get this at the end of it. This is really nice.
Why was it important to use less sugar?
Well, my grandpa was
Healthy?
diabetic, so I wanted something that was a reflection of how we grew up,
Is
but
this
also
good? Yeah.
Latinos in general. If you're a Latino American, you have a 50% chance of having diabetes. So we disproportionately suffer from this, and so I wanted something that didn't add to the problem.
This is
That
incredibly
watermelon and
refreshing.
pineapple, very, very nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me tell you something about that I love in addition to the taste. Food waste is a massive issue, right? A lot of people will not buy fruits and vegetables if they don't look perfect.
Yeah.
But you can make juice out of them, right?
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
Well, that's exactly what we do. So we use as much rescued produce as possible. So the
Rescued produce?
Yeah, exactly. The same way that my grandpa would bring fruit home from the fields when it was super ripe, he just didn't want to let it go to waste.
Because they normally throw it out.
Yeah, about 30% every year goes straight to waste. And so we see that that's a huge problem, but it's not a problem to put it in a beautiful can and make some great juice out
So
of it.
what's it like for you, Kayla, when you go into a store and you see your product on the store shelf? What is that like?
I've cried a few times
I'll
for
bet.
sure.
Uh-huh.
It's just such a manifestation of all the hard work that not only me, but my whole team has put in.
And baby's coming. You've proven that
Yeah.
you can do it. You have a 9-month-old. So you've got
do.
you're gonna have two babies under the age of 2. But there's no doubt in your mind about this for you.
And forgive me for not knowing this. Your grandfather, is he still with us?
He isn't.
What do
I
you think
wish.
he would say to you?
Yeah.
I think that he would be incredibly proud of everything that we've accomplished. and just tell us to keep on going.
Yeah, and you're still raising money. I think that's important for people.
We are.
You have investors, but you're still raising.
Yep, we are raising right now. Our WeFunder campaign is live, so the general public can invest in us, and we are talking to larger investors as well.
Congrats.
You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep on flying. I'm gonna finish these drinks.
I think Nate, you said it right. You go, girl.
Go, girl.
Thanks.
Kayla Castañeda, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.